Hi, Meteorologist Lisa Green back again here talking about severe weather, of course, back to school going on, and the cool down that's coming our way. And hopefully you can hear me this time. I heard that there was some trouble actually hearing me. So I'm just going to check Facebook here, make sure that I'm not getting any concerns about being able to hear me again with this update. Hopefully we've got those audio issues fixed. It's looking like my levels are looking good, so hopefully you can hear me again this time around. We do want to get into that forecast though for this first day back to school for some students and the possibility for storms coming up here in the forecast too. So let's see here. I'm actually just gonna go ahead and play this and make sure we can hear what we are saying. And okay, I can hear myself. Great, we're looking good. All right, so let's get to the forecast. So back to school here today for some big districts. We went back to school in West Fargo, Jamestown, Central Valley, Thompson, and Amaretto. If I missed one of your districts, I'm so sorry. We had a lot in the valley, and I reported on the ones that I heard back from and looked up a few more if I could for some areas around the valley. So happy first day to everyone here for today for those going back. And, you know, hopefully you sent your kids off to school with a little bit of rain gear, a raincoat or something like that for the afternoon hours, because we are watching out for that potential for some isolated to scattered thunder showers here this afternoon, some of which could be strong, and temperatures into the 70s to some 80s coming up for this afternoon. It's our last kind of warm, muggy day. Looking at our severe storm risk, we've got that marginal risk for most places in the valley, eastern North Dakota, and then moving on into Minnesota as well. So again, that risk is there. It's a low end risk, but still a possibility that we could see one or two storms that turn severe as we move through the afternoon hours today and into tonight. Let's track what's going on right now. There's a line of broken showers and thunder showers. You can see them stretching all the way back to western North Dakota, back up through the Baudette area and Lake of the Woods area, mainly focused in the northern valley. You can see south and east, we've got lots of sunshine going on. And then zooming in here, you can see Baudette getting some rain, back over to west of New Fulton, seeing some rain in northwestern Polk County, where we've got a little lightning going on. We've been watching some storms over toward Grand Forks itself. We've been seeing a couple of showers or thunder showers moving through. You can see in town, no lightning there, but again over toward Polk County. And then moving westward, the line of showers and thunder showers with a little cluster here producing some lightning east of New Rockford into Eddy County. So again, tracking some of those here this morning. And then they will eventually start moving eastward. So we'll talk more about that coming up. I am checking in on Hurricane Erin though. You can see those outer bands of rain detected on the radar from land. We don't have radar out in the ocean, so we can't pick up the rain that's further into the storm. It's just too far away. But fortunately, we've got satellite data that can look down on these storms and show us the clouds associated with them. So those outer bands have been affecting places like the Outer Banks in parts of the eastern U.S. here. So, you know, we've seen some rain associated with them, some increased wind, and then, of course, riptide's been a big concern in the ocean for any areas along the East Coast because of this storm and what it's stirring up. It's a Category 2 storm right now, sustained winds of 100 miles per hour, gust to 120, moving to the north-northeast at 18 miles per hour. And then you can see that we've got this storm kicking off to the east pretty quickly here. It's already making kind of a hard right turn as we speak, and it'll weaken as it does so, kicking off to the east pretty quickly. Each segment is 12 hours. So in that first 12-hour segment, good movement, but it really speeds up heading into the next 12 hours into Friday during the day. So we'll be watching that move on and clear away from the East Coast. If you have any folks in that area, I'm sure that'll be a sigh of relief for them. So here's a look at wind. It's out of the south. It's been windy today. We've got a gust to 32 in Grand Forks. Looking at temperatures that are in the 70s in most areas right now, 75 in Fargo, 73 in Grand Forks. It's a warm day across the region. Bismarck almost to 80 degrees. Set a record yesterday in Dickinson for high temperature there. So it's been toasty out west. And we're hot and we're muggy here in the valley. We're going to be seeing temperatures in the low to mid 80s here for this afternoon. So this will be the last of it. If you love this kind of weather, soak it up because it's going to be cooling down significantly heading into the weekend. So let's take a look at our hour-by-hour planner. You can see that we're looking at chances for rain and thunder kind of working its way along the front through the valley. And so those chances will be dropping southeastward through time. This is 5 p.m. Notice how they weaken quite a bit during the afternoon. It's looking like right now the energy for storms is going to be greater heading into tonight. So watch what happens. We go from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. and suddenly This particular model shows some storms popping up, just a couple of them, but again, one or two isolated storms that could turn severe. And with supercell thunderstorms, we're looking at for all modes of severe weather. So those popping around 7 p.m., that continues into the evening. We could see one right around Fargo around 10 p.m. Of course, this is a computer simulation, a reminder. This isn't necessarily exactly how it's going to play out, but it gives us an idea of what we're dealing with here. So once that rain kind of drops south and east, for the northern valley, it does look better. It looks quieter for you, but the southern valley becomes a focus heading into tonight, overnight, and even into tomorrow morning. You can see this is 2 a.m. We're still watching out for rain and thunder, and that may continue into closer to daybreak tomorrow. You can see a couple of cells along the North Dakota, South Dakota line, some of the same areas that were waterlogged earlier this week, and then back over into west central Minnesota. So we'll be watching for that tomorrow morning. So our risk here, we are under marginal risk for most areas in the valley in this green tone. And as we take a look at each type of risk, we are looking out mainly for one or two storms, again, not many, but one or two that could produce that large hail, where we're looking at golf ball size, high winds to 70 miles per hour. A tornado, low risk, but still a risk. Anytime you have a supercell type thunderstorm, there is that possibility of seeing a tornado develop from that. And localized flooding, in those areas where we see kind of thunderstorms back to back. So looking at that tornado threat for tonight from the Storm Prediction Center, you can see there is a little area here where we're under that low risk of tornadic development. And that's more into lakes country, stretching from the Boston, Clearbrook, just outside of the Bemidji area, down through Monoman, down through Detroit Lakes, Fergus Falls, and toward the Wheaton area for tomorrow morning, or excuse me, for the next nighttime hours for tonight and into early tomorrow morning. So we'll be watching for that, but if you're sick of the storm threat, we've got some good news. We've been talking about this one for a few days now, the cool down that is coming this weekend. So I've raised a flannel alert for the weekend. That's just me being silly and wanting to just give you that heads up that you might be wanting to look out for that fall wardrobe, because your fall flannel might be just what the doctor ordered if you're going to be stepping out the door this weekend, especially in the morning hours. But high temperatures this weekend going to be in the 60s coming up for Saturday and Sunday, and then morning lows will be even lower. So here's a look at our air mass forecast. Again, a reminder, when we're looking at this, the colors on the map, just like you would expect. If you're seeing yellows, oranges, and reds, that's where we've got warmer temperatures. The warm tones, warm temperatures. The cooler tone colors are for cool temperatures. So we're in the warmth right now, but watch what happens as we go through time. We'll zoom in more here too. We'll see cooler air start moving in, and the green here for Friday will be in that transition day. And then moving on into Saturday, you can see that cold pool or cooler pool of air starting to move in. Some blues on the map starting to show up by Saturday morning. And then, it just kind of takes hold as we make our way into the weekend. So looking at conditions that are going to be rather chilly coming up for Sunday morning, and again Monday morning as well could be quite chilly. Here's a look at our temperatures as we take a look here. It looks like my graphics are struggling a little bit. Here we go. Okay, so weekend planner, we're going to be seeing temperatures tomorrow, 60s to about 70, Saturday, 60s to about 70 on Saturday, with some wind associated with that too. And then Sunday, low to mid 60s, maybe some upper 60s out there, but a cool day as well. Not as much wind though on Sunday. So feeling the cool down, those morning lows again going to be on the chilly side. We're looking out for temperatures by Saturday morning in the mornings, 40s to 50s, and then Sunday morning, Monday morning, and into Tuesday morning, a lot of us may be experiencing more 40s than 50s around the valley. But you can see daytime high temperatures make a recovery into some upper 70s here for the end of the week and the end of the month. We are going to be ending August here in our 11-day planner. Next weekend is our last weekend of August and our last couple of days in August. And it doesn't really feel like it with temperatures into the 70s. It's still nice. It's still plenty warm. It's just not feeling like that summertime heat that you might have wanted to hold on to a little bit longer. Of course, next weekend, this following weekend, is Labor Day weekend too. So we'll have Labor Day in our sights coming up tomorrow in our 11-day planner. But we are looking at conditions that are going to be drying out a bit more, quieting down into next week. So getting more of that break from the active weather to come too. So in the meantime, make sure you're paying attention to the weather today. We've got that chance for some storms, some of which could be severe heading into tonight. And then again, we get to breathe a little easier heading into the weekend, coming up with the cooler temperatures that we've got coming our way. So a little taste of fall and one more day of really summery temperatures here for today. For now, we could still heat up in September, but right now it looks like August is going to end a little cooler than average. So have a great Thursday. I'm glad that we were able to fix the audio issue so you can hear the forecast. And of course, we'll have more for you throughout the day today on that severe weather threat.